Welcome to Looking Within, a podcast to help you quiet your mind, settle your body, and see God's presence in your everyday life. I'm Julie. I hope our time together will help you to feel more grounded, whole, and filled with a growing desire to be a conduit of God's love and presence to the world around you. Now, let's begin. Last week marked the end of a contentious election season, a time of many words bombarding us through TV and social media ads, debates, and frequent items in our email and snail mail mailboxes. As you recover from all of that, I'm thinking that I don't want to be throwing lots of words and thoughts at you myself today as you listen to this podcast. So allow me to put very little content in front of you, and instead, just a little bit more of some quiet time for refreshment, reflection, and resting in God. Today I'm thinking of one of my favorite Bible texts. It comes out of a letter that the Apostle Paul wrote to the Ephesians. I love the beautiful and powerful images in this particular passage. For me, they convey all that Christ is in our life: the hope, joy, peace, and love that lives inside of us each day. Here's that passage from Ephesians 3:16-19. Paul says, "I pray that from God's glorious, unlimited resources, God will empower you with inner strength through God's Spirit. Then Christ will make his home in your hearts as you trust in him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong. And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, how high, and how deep his love is. May you experience the love of Christ, though it is too great to understand fully. Then you will be made complete with all the fullness of life and power that comes from God." What is it today that catches your eye in Paul's words? Perhaps it is being empowered with inner strength. Perhaps you need that today. Strength. Perhaps it is the thought of Christ making his home in your heart, seeing yourself in a homey, safe setting, just relaxing, feeling at peace, able to be yourself, and having complete trust in Christ to walk with you through everything that you face. Perhaps it's sensing the stability that Christ's presence brings, feeling what it would be like for a tree to sink its roots deep into the soil, helping it to stand strong in the winds and storms of life. Or perhaps it's the reminder that you are loved, deeply loved, loved with a love whose dimensions defy anything you can imagine. And being loved like that, well, it creates a surge of feeling alive with a powerful energy dwelling inside of you. An energy too big and wonderful to just keep to yourself. So you let it flow out from you to the world around you. There's so much in this verse. I hope one or more parts of its phrases and images bring you a sense today of hope, joy, peace, and love. In a few moments, I'll give you some peace and quiet to just relish in these thoughts and images from Paul's words. You'll hear me read the text, and then you'll have some quiet to pick an image to envision or to just rest in God. Let's settle in for some meditation now, and then listen to Paul's words one more time after that. In this quiet space and time, I'd invite you to gently close your eyes and to take a few deep breaths in and out, in and out. Hear the sound of the bowl calling you to look within. Let it center you. Let it awaken you to God's presence. Paul says, I pray that from God's glorious, unlimited resources, God will empower you with inner strength through God's Spirit. Then Christ will make his home in your hearts as you trust in him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong. And may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, how high, and how deep his love is. May you experience the love of Christ, though it is too great to understand fully. Then you will be made complete with all the fullness of life and power that comes from God. I'll be back with you in about 3 minutes. Take one more minute to notice what's happened in your heart while you were in the quiet. What insight or intention will you carry forward? And by just being with God, resting in God's loving presence, and letting God enjoy your presence. I'd invite you now to take a few deep breaths in and out. In and out. Hear the bowl sound calling you back to this day. Gently open your eyes, remaining still for a moment longer. Today, know that Christ's presence fills you with hope, joy, peace, and love. Carry that thought with you. Sink your roots deep into what this can mean in your life. And let the loving presence of Christ help you to feel more complete, loved, and full of life and energy. Blessings on your day and on the week to come. Thank you for making time for your inner self today, for developing and enriching your relationship with God through reflection and discovery. Whatever you've experienced, carry that with you in the coming days. You can find more episodes at our website, Gloria-Day, that's DEI.com/lookingwithinpodcast, or subscribe through your favorite podcast app. If you know someone who might enjoy and benefit from this podcast, share it with them. Your financial contributions make this ministry possible. To give, visit gloria-day.com/giving. Thank you for your support, and we'll see you next time.